Hi Stampers, it's Stampin, Texas, and today I wanted to show you this fun card using the Betsy's Blossom stamp set. We're going to use the big blossom in this one, and this particular card has a very interesting story behind it. A friend of mine had come over to my house and she was wearing a sweater, and let me bring in a little bit of what that sweater looked like. Look at the pattern in this sweater. Is that not incredible? The minute I saw it, I knew I had to create a card to match the sweater. It was my inspiration. So, for this particular card, we're going to take a piece of not quite navy cardstock. It's cut to 8.5 by 5.5, and then I've scored it and folded it. I wanted to put a little bit of something on the background. So I'm going to use my Blossom stamp with my Versamark pad. And Versamark is just a nice watermark ink. And it works really well on dark paper. So I'm just going to stamp that a couple times. See how it gives it just a little something? And I'm going to do a second one here. And then I'm going to do one more at the bottom. Like so. So there's my cardstock base. I'm going to set that aside for the moment. Now what I want to do is I'm going to show you how I created background paper. Now I've already stamped this. This is Summer Starfruit. The colors in her sweater were Summer Starfruit, looks like this, Tempting Turquoise, Pacific Point, and Not Quite Navy. So, whenever I'm doing a background page like this, I always do kind of a checkerboard effect. So I did 3, and then 2 in the middle, and then 3, and then 2 in between those. And I started with yellow, because that was the color I wanted way in the background. The next color I'm going to use is Tempting Turquoise. And all I did was I go back in between those areas of yellow, and I did want it to overlap a bit. Oh, just kind of going in between like this. Again, kind of doing the checkerboard thing. Now, once I go through everything with Tempting Turquoise, I'm going to add a few blossoms of Pacific Point and a few blossoms of Not Quite Navy, and this is what you come up with. Now, once I have the full sheet just the way I want it for the background, and I did like to leave some white space. If you wanted to cover it more, you can. All I did was cut this piece down because I wanted a strip about this size, and this is 5.5 by 2 inches. So that's going to be the strip for the middle of the card. The Summer Starfruit piece that will go behind it is 5.5 by 2 1/4. So that allows for a nice little border. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that with my snail adhesive. And that allows for a nice little border on top and bottom. There we go. Now for the blue turquoise strips, I cut 1/2 inch pieces by 5.5, and I didn't want to use a full sheet because I just wanted that much to show, so I kind of cheated. Instead of using a full sheet of Tempting Turquoise or a full piece behind there, I just did 2 little strips. So I'm going to put my adhesive on there. I will line that up and make the border as thick or as thin as I want. Oops, sorry about that. And then I'm going to do the same for this top. Alright, and now once I have that done, I'm going to put more adhesive all over the back. And we are going to adhere that to the front of the card. Oh, there it goes. Alright, so here's my card base. I'm going to put that right in the center, going across. Now, for the sentiment, I used the Friendly Phrases stamp set, and I'm doing the one that says, to my friend. All I did was I stamped it on a piece of white, Whisper White cardstock, and then edged it with a little bit of Summer Starfruit, put a dimensional on the back, and you go. Put that on there and you have a really cute, quick, and fun card. And I just love the idea that it was inspired by a sweater. For the full story on this card, you can visit my blog at stampintx.com. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.